Hey guys, Ken Scott, Senior, U.S. Immigration Law Intelligence Analyst with Triple W, U.S. Entry Waiver Services.com. And as you guys are well aware, we want to get you cleared to enter the USA. So today is March 26th, 2025, in good old Surrey, BC, if anyone cares. Oh, I don't even know where to start, guys. I mean, there's so much stuff going on in the news here. Where do I begin? What I will say, though, luckily for us, a large chunk of it we are insulated from basically because the fact that how we operate, how we do business, and because of my background being a former law enforcement officer and former federal officer that was previously posted in Washington State. So a lot of the stuff that came about recently, I'd say a good 75, 80% of it just falls off us like on Star Trek when they raise the shields, it hits the shields and bounces off, gets deflected off. So 80% of it bounces off our shields. 20% gets through, but 80%, I'll go as high as say 85% bounces off the shields. 15% gets through, but that's a smaller number compared to other places. So anyway, so I'm thinking for today's video, let's just talk about the border crackdowns. And the title is going to be How US Border Crackdowns Are Affecting Canadians in 2025 and stuff that you need to know. All right, guys, as you know, I tend to stick with the facts only, the facts and only the facts. The fact is, Donald Trump is president. Some of you guys don't like it. It is what it is. Donald Trump's president. Donald Trump has enacted tougher border restrictions, and he said he's going to put in place the largest deportation history in American history. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say I think he's done it. What does that mean to you guys? It means that because he's ordered his officers to closely check these people coming into the country, U.S. citizens or whoever, you guys are going to get checked a lot closer. You guys say, okay, yeah, I know that, Ken. Yeah, but what you don't know is that you guys go into that border and you fuck up in the smallest way, you could very well be done and out the door if you're lucky. If you're lucky. You guys screw up and it's something fairly serious, you guys just might get detained, handcuffed. That bird in California who got denied entry at the border and what 10, 12 days in ICE detention. That's kind of an example of the attitude that a lot of Canadians say, oh, it's just the US border. I'm Canadian. That shit doesn't fly anymore, guys. Not with this administration. Because of this border crackdown, everyone is being checked a lot closer. Even now, mind you, even if you have an approved waiver in your hand, it means nothing. They can still haul you aside and check you closer. And they are doing that right now. They are checking everyone closer. If they find any little thing wrong with that application or with the waiver you have, you could very well get it revoked. So what does this mean? Well, the big thing, guys, is in all honesty, when you guys go down that border, you got to change your way of thinking. You need to understand you're entering a foreign country. You're dealing with federal officers at that border. They're going to enforce federal law and they're under pressure from the management to be strict or even more strict. So what that means is you guys go there, you got to have your act together. I mean, I don't know, I can't say it in a nicer way. You got to have your act together. Like, for example, if you're going, let's say you don't need a waiver. You want to go to Bellis Fair Mall in Bellingham, go shopping, that's fine. You don't pull up to that border and say, he says, where you going? You say, oh, I don't know, I just want to go shopping. Why does it matter? That's just pure stupidity, guys. You don't do that right now in this day and time. Now, quick role play scenario. If I pull up to a border, the booth, he says, where you going? I said, sorry, sir. I would like to go to Bellis Fair Mall to do some shopping. Oh, which stores? Well, I'm thinking the cologne store there on the lower level, maybe the Sears store. He says, okay. What do you think you might buy? Well, not quite sure yet, but if I see a good sale, most of maybe like the men's clothes department, I'm thinking, and I want to try the food court. And to be honest, sir, because of the fact that I haven't been to USA since 2017, which is actually true, I just need to get away. I work really hard. I'm stressed. Obviously, with your permission, sir, I'd like to go down and just de-stress for a day or two. Go out and just you know, meet some friends. It's okay. Now, guys, the way I just did that, it's hard for him to poke a hole in anything because I don't need a waiver. I'm very polite, professional, respectful. I don't go there with an entitled attitude. That's the worst thing you can do these days. So because of all that, I will be less likely to get any issues. Now, if he's one of these hardcore guys, what do you work with you? Well, no, sir, I work at et cetera, et cetera. Well, I'm a longshoreman, and oh, here's my job letter. If you want a proof of employment. Oh, okay. You guys work really hard. So, sir, why do you think I need to enter USA? Because we work so hard. I'm stressed. I need to take a break. I'm buried in debt. I've got 3 cars I got to pay for. Blah, blah. He said, so, dude, I hear you. Go and have a nice day. And I see how being pleasant and being not entitled, how that went. That's what a lot of you guys need to get. You're a foreign national entering the USA. You're not, how can I say it? You have no legal right to enter that country, even though the country is right next to us. You have no legal right to actually enter. You're entering at the discretion of the officer. So you guys got to remember that. That's one of the biggest things. Other thing is you got a waiver. This is your waiver. And he can look in the computer and see what it is. He knows what you did, your convictions. He already knows that. He's going to say, what happened? So let's say this waiver is for car theft. And then Ken prepared my waiver packet. We explained the fact that I was riding down the street with a couple of buddies, and they were in a stolen car. We were on a joyride. They stole the car. They picked me up, and we got stopped by the police. So when the car stopped, they ran off in different directions. I sat there in the car and waited for everyone. Well, waited for the cops to come up. Didn't resist, didn't anything. Was fully cooperative. So he's going to say to me, what happened? I said, you know what? Some buddies picked me up. A stolen car. I knew it was stolen. That's my stupidity. I apologize for it. I deserve everything that I got. We got stopped by the police in like 2001, and they ran. I sat in the car and waited because he said, why did you run? What's the point? I run, they put the dogs on me, get bit by a dog. What's the point? I'll take my punishment. Oh, okay, that's noble of you. Anything else? No, that's the only thing, sir. I was caught inside of a stolen car because of my stupidity. He's likely going to just let me go. Say, okay, I'm not going to say to him, well, look at the computer, man. What do you use your eyes? That's just pure stupidity to do that. Or 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 something like that's been like 2001, Guys, that's the wrong approach. These officers have all the power. You have very little power. You got to learn how to play the game. You got to use this up here. You got to let that entitlement go. So I have to reinforce that because some of you guys still go down there and say, oh, it's just a big thing. I just deny me entry. That's BS. You might get detained to the detention center. We have a quick story. We have a person who went to the border, did misrepresentation, and that person didn't get just a denied entry. That person got 2 years in the federal detention center, other words, jail. It's more to the story, but that's basically what happened. So just because you're Canadian doesn't mean you get a free pass, guys. So, and I'm saying this for your own good because some of you guys need to hear this. So if you want headaches, go down to that border and be disrespectful and rude, especially right now. They got quite a few things ready for you. If you don't want headaches the way I just did it, and I'm not giving you any kind of advice, but if you don't want any headaches the way I just did it, you're less likely to have them. But the biggest thing is that entitlement attitude has to go out the window because it doesn't fly right now with this current administration. It's a bad thing to do or have. And as long as your stuff is together, your facts are together, you have your income here, your home, your ties here, you have no criminality, you haven't admitted to anything, you don't have diarrhea of the mouth or whatever, you can still travel to the US and go around. I mean, so what? They call you secondary. So what? They ask a few questions. Big deal. So what? Some of you guys don't even want to go to secondary. You guys like, so I'm scared. Like, don't be scared. I mean, go there, handle like an adult. You're fine. Simple. Anyway, I had to put it out there because you guys need to hear this because some of you guys just don't seem to get it. But call us. Want to get you clear. We'll get you sorted out proper to enter the USA. We're still at a 100% success rate as of May 2021. And if you need the help, give us a shout. 604-562-8140. It's Ken Scott, Senior, U.S. Immigration Law Intelligence Analyst with www.usentry-waiverservices.com. And it's 888-908-3841 or 604-562-8140. One quick thing, guys, before you go, regarding these discount waiver companies and you guys paying these dirt cheap fees, do what you want. But when they rip you off, you get your waiver denied. Don't say I didn't warn you. We'll be getting more and more people calling us who did that. They cheaped out, and it's a lot more work now to fix the damage done by these discount people because they don't have the DHS regs or the knowledge of the inside track like we do. That's why we had a 100% success rate for the past 4 years, and those other places, they're lucky if they're at 50. Ken Scott, remember, out.